A reporter asked me, Elon, how do you win so many lawsuits? I replied, simple. Their lawyers bill by the hour, but mine bill by the decade. But when you have deliberate, concerted, repeated pushing of hoaxes, you're like, wait a second, like, come on, man, this is too far.
And you're supposed to be the good guys.
You're supposed to, and you claim to be the good guys? I'm like, exactly.
You're supposed to be the progressives.
Yes, the Dems are like, oh, we're the good guys, we're the honest people. No, hang on. You can't claim to be the good guys, you can't claim to be the honest people. If you're deliberately pushing hoaxes that have been debunked thoroughly.
Yeah.
Well, we're like even Snopes, which is a liberal thing, says it's bogus.
Yeah.
Like the fine people hoax.
I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you would call him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever say. I don't remember the last time we even talked about JD.
He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk Vance?
Possible.
Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways.
Oh, you believed when Elon Musk slapped them with a $500 million lawsuit. Joe Rogan, the king of I Can Say Whatever I Want podcasting, didn't hold back. If you're curious about what happens when these two worlds collide, spoiler alert, it's not pretty, but it's hilarious. Stay tuned because this is one train wreck you don't want to miss. The View was the ultimate showdown of opinions.
I mean, in fairness, though, I mean, The View has to be, if you average out The View hosts, among the dumbest people on television. And it's like they say the thing that people are thinking, but they say it very directly, so they expose whatever truth. But
I don't think some of them are dumb.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think Sunny Host.
You think it's
dumb.
deliberate?
I think she's ideologically driven, and they have blinders on for sure. I don't think Sunny's dumb. But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out. It's like if you had an idea for a premise and it was totally baked and half baked, and you went on stage with it, and it's nothing.
Just
there.
go for it. Yeah,
it's nothing.
This time, the show went a bit too far in a move that no one saw coming except, well, everyone who watches The View, who ended up facing a $500 million lawsuit from none other than Elon Musk. The View is a place where political opinions are offered with the same level of accuracy as a weather forecast in the middle of a tornado. The hosts, a group of self-appointed pundits, throw around accusations, bad takes, and more outrage than a toddler denied a candy bar.
Isn't it shocking how much violence and hatred is coming from the left? I mean, isn't it supposed to be the party that they claim to be the party of empathy? And yet they're burning Teslas and shooting up dealerships and calling for the death of the president and me. I'm like, guys, this is insane. Like, they're gone psycho. I mean, it's really like I totally understand if somebody doesn't want to buy a product.
Born in this country, who was born under apartheid in South Africa. He was pro-apartheid, as I understand it, and let this foreign agent, an enemy of the United States, do his job. Now I'm getting some flack because I said that Musk was pro-apartheid. I don't really know for sure if he was. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. He might have been a young guy, too. So don't be suing me, okay?
Yes, that Elon Musk, who is either launching rockets into space or creating memes about his next billion-dollar venture, is a man with more power than a whole political party and enough money to purchase the moon and turn it into a vacation home. However, The View chose to make fun of him as though they were experts on the complexities of electric vehicles and Mars colonization, and why not? It turns out that their knowledge doesn't extend to legal disputes with billionaires, as they ended up with a huge lawsuit hanging over their heads like a bad haircut.
People want us divided, and they aren't just here in this country. They're foreign adversaries who are infiltrating our social media because it is prudent for us to stay that way. So when you see something that really pisses you off, you should triple check that one.
Yes.
But I think that's why people like our show, because they know that we are checked by ABC News. But
We're checked by everybody.
Yeah, I mean, if we're wrong, we have, the legal note here.
Think you've been legal?
But we went from Walter Cronkite basically to this guy, Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. I checked it. He believes in dragons? He believes in dragons.
Did you triple source that?
Yes, I did.
I have no hate for Joy Behar. If I saw her, I'd give her a hug. I'd probably say the same thing about me if I was her. You're worried about losing your job, and you're worried about podcasts taking over, and who's the source of news, and we said Donald Trump was Hitler, but half the country disagreed with us, and he won, and this is fucking great. And Joe Rogan believes in dragons.
However, then naturally comes Joe Rogan, the king of unfiltered commentary, who would rather discuss hunting elk than the newest rumors in Hollywood. Rogan, who has made a career out of disparaging anything and everything that doesn't pass the test of logical, rational thought, took one look at the situation and couldn't help but unleash a level of mockery that the audience was obviously unprepared for. The worst part is that he didn't just criticize them for their foolishness, he also targeted their hypocrisy, their lack of self-awareness, and their utterly unqualified opinions. So let's take a look at how it all transpired.
See what Whoopi Goldberg said?
What'd she say?
Whoopi Goldberg said that Biden could arrest all the Republicans and put them in jail. You just need to see how unhinged this kind of thinking is. Well, you know what Joe Biden could do? Joe Biden, you have to see it because it's so
On TV,
crazy.
she said
on television.
You know, let's look at a scenario where the Supreme Court says, yes, he has all those rights. He is immune from everything.
Yeah.
You know what Joe Biden could do since he is presently president?
What?
Oh. He could throw every Republican in jail. Yeah. I mean,
Elon Musk filed a $500 million lawsuit against Asterisk, The View Asterisk, but the hosts, led by Whoopi Goldberg, refused to back down and continued their typical arrogant stances. Despite having no knowledge of space or technology, Whoopi made strange statements about Musk while posing as the oracle of all things. A gang that complains about power while appearing to be experts on everything while appearing on a daytime chat show is the epitome of irony. I'm sorry, Whoopi, but appearing on television does not make you an expert.
I don't love you, but I also hate that squawking bird, so I hate the whole thing. And frankly, that show, you want to talk about a show that set women back, is The View. You want to talk about that show, if the CIA is engineering, Antifa and fucking the Capitol riot, some crazy misogynist engineered The View, because there's nothing worse than The View. In terms of there are so many brilliant women out there. None of them are on The View. None of them have gone near the set of The View. I mean, they have brought in the lowest.
Whoopi Goldberg insulted capitalism while collecting payments from a major network by calling Elon Musk a supervillain, a ridiculous accusation. Rather than investigating Musk's accomplishments, she slackly relied on the stale tech millionaire cliché. Her criticism of rockets is as plausible as an astrophysics sequel to Asterisk's sister act Asterisk. Joy Behar then added her thoughts, which were so distant from reality that they could fill a book with the title Asterisk, How to Be Clueless and Still Feel Smart Asterisk.
Behar went after Joe Rogan on The View, and he fired back spectacularly.
You're worried about losing your job, and you're worried about podcasts taking over, and who's the source of news, and we said Donald Trump was Hitler, but half the country disagreed with us, and he won, and this is great. And Joe Rogan believes.
Joy Behar, who was loud, passionate, and naive, entered like a wrecking ball. Her strategy of debate used terms like greedy without understanding Musk's true goals, which include interplanetary survival and renewable energy. Joy gripes from a comfortable seat as Musk constructs the future, claiming that the solution is to just increase his donations. Sunny Hostin, a self-proclaimed legal expert, asserts that she is the show's voice of reason since, in her opinion, nothing conveys credibility like groupthink encased in drama during the day.
Well, their audience is not really their audience. Their audience is a group of people they bring in to watch television shows. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen audiences before for TV shows, but a lot of them are paid. They're paid to be there. So, because they have to guarantee that there's going to be people there. So there's services that you hire. And when the show gets really, really popular, like Letterman or something like that, obviously it has its own fan base.
Right.
Those people will try to get tickets before anybody else does. And in that case, they probably don't need to use the service anymore. They just get actual fans. But arguably, the real fans of The View that are like, oh, these ladies are on point. Most of those people can't leave the house. They're probably immobile.
Right. Because their mom's taking their kids to school, and that's yeah.
It's a very strange show, but it's fun to watch. It's just fun to watch them.
With all the dexterity of a bull in a china shop, Sunny Hostin played the part of the legal expert, mistaking defamation for opinion and completely ignoring Musk's real legal case. She launched into a character attack rather than a case analysis, coming out as more of an irate armchair lawyer than a reliable analyst. Musk isn't always likable, to be sure, but Sunny isn't the moral expert on billionaire ethics, and The View isn't exactly a courtroom. Her true objective was to appear knowledgeable and pious in order to gain points rather than to tell the truth.
Interesting, because I think Sunny's very intelligent, but she's ideologically captured.
Right.
You know, that's sort of. I think the other ones. There's a couple of the other ones. Don't have to name any names. Are just very dull-minded. But I think Sunny's not one of them. I think she's smart but captured.
Sure, I think.
Anna Navarro, who completely ignores Musk's actual achievements to technology and space, entered the Musk lawsuit controversy with her typical mix of grandstanding and misunderstanding, saying it's simply another power maneuver. What does she think? A bad guy destroying democracy is what he is. Quite insightful, isn't it? Joe Rogan, meantime, observed the circus in progress and, as usual, didn't tolerate The View Rogan, who is skilled at exposing media dishonesty, scolded their baseless indignation and reminded everyone that strong opinions don't replace.
What if we put the women in the audience and let the men discuss the issues? This is just an idea I have for ABC, corporate.
Well, clearly.
Or have one woman serve everyone drinks and give her a quick opinion. Quick. In and out. Just go
the guys go, ah.
She walks in, she goes, yeah, Israel seems like it's a go, thanks. And then they keep going. I think that's a happy.
Joe Rogan did what he does best, publicly and accurately trash them, while The View descended into mayhem. Rogan, a seasoned critic of media hypocrisy, blasted the hosts for fiending to comprehend Elon Musk while falling well short. He made fun of Navarro's pointless political tirades, Sunny's weak legal arguments, Joy's moral posturing, and Whoopi's antiquated wisdom. Rogan reminded everyone with a scathing sense of humor and harsh clarity that The View is a crumbling circus of contradictions and naive commentary, not just out of touch.
Doesn't The View have any trans women on it?
Great point. It has a lot of women that look trans, but none of them. It has a lot of second and third takes. After a drink, you go, huh? But it doesn't have a ton of.
Joe Rogan's destruction of The View was ultimately a harsh reality check in addition to being amusing. As Elon Musk engages in global chess, The View struggles with checkers and yells opinions devoid of any real substance. A billionaire is protecting his legacy against a talk show that believes loud voices equal authority in this lawsuit, which is more than just a case of slander. Ever the media watchdog, Rogan skillfully exposed their hypocrisy, transforming their meltdown into a hilarious moment. Musk just reminded them that true influence doesn't require their consent. It rewrites the rules. And that The View is no longer untouchable.